Have you ever wondered how one of the world's oldest civilizations, ancient China, came into existence? Well, let's journey back in time, to the dawn of ancient China. Our story begins in prehistoric times, with the discovery of Peking man. This early hominid lived in the region we now know as China over 500,000 years ago, showcasing the deep roots of human history in this part of the world. Fast forward to the Neolithic Age, a pivotal era that saw the rise of agriculture and the birth of civilization as we know it. In China, this period was marked by the emergence of numerous thriving farming communities. Among them were the Yangshao, who were known for their painted pottery, and the Longshan, renowned for their black ceramics. However, the Neolithic Age was not just about farming and pottery. It was a time of profound cultural and societal transformations. The most revolutionary of these changes was perhaps the development of Chinese writing. The earliest known form of Chinese characters were inscriptions on oracle bones, turtle shells or animal bones used for divination. These inscriptions, which date back to the late Shang Dynasty, provide a fascinating glimpse into the thoughts, beliefs, and daily life of people living thousands of years ago. And then came the Xia Dynasty, often considered as the first dynasty of China. Founded by the legendary Yu the Great, the Xia Dynasty was said to have lasted for over 400 years, from 2100 BC to 1600 BC. Under Yu's rule, the Xia people made significant strides in agriculture, irrigation, and metallurgy, laying the foundation for the sophisticated civilization that China would eventually become. The Xia Dynasty, despite its mythical status and the lack of archaeological evidence confirming its existence, holds a special place in Chinese history. It represents the transition from a primitive society to a more organized state, marking the beginning of dynastic rule in China. As the first dynasty of China, the Xia Dynasty marked the beginning of China's long history. So, as we peel back the layers of time, we see the seeds of a civilization that would shape the course of human history in ways that continue to resonate today. How did the Bronze Age propel ancient China into a new era of civilization? In the heart of the Bronze Age, two significant dynasties emerged, shaping the course of ancient China: the Shang and the Zhou. These dynasties not only left a profound impact on Chinese culture, but also pioneered developments that propelled China into a new era of civilization. The Shang Dynasty, known for its advanced bronze casting techniques, was a beacon of innovation. They developed an alloy of copper and tin that was more durable than anything known at the time. This breakthrough allowed for the creation of intricate, ornate bronzeware, which became a symbol of power and wealth. But the Shang Dynasty's contributions extended beyond metallurgy. They also introduced a structured bureaucracy and improved farming techniques, laying the groundwork for a more organized society. Following the Shang, the Zhou dynasty took center stage. They brought with them a significant innovation, not in technology, but in thought. The concept of the mandate of heaven emerged during the Zhou reign. This divine approval was believed to grant legitimacy to rulers, a belief that would echo through Chinese history. The Zhou also introduced feudalism, dividing their vast kingdom into territories governed by loyal nobles. This system, though not without its issues, contributed to the stability and prosperity of the Zhou reign. But the Bronze Age was more than just a time of technological and philosophical advancements. It was a period of cultural blossoming. Poetry, music, and philosophy flourished, enriching the cultural fabric of ancient China. It's during this time that some of the earliest forms of Chinese writing appeared, etched onto oracle bones and bronze vessels, further solidifying the importance of this era in China's historical narrative. The Zhou dynasty, with its mandate of heaven, set the precedent for dynastic rule that would last for centuries. This era of bronze and brilliance was a stepping stone, setting the stage for the future dynasties of ancient China and shaping the nation we know today. Indeed, the flourishing of the Bronze Age was a pivotal chapter in the epic story of ancient China. What led to the unification of disparate Chinese states into one empire? Our tale unfolds in the turbulent era known as the Warring States period. This was a time of intense conflict and rivalry, as 7 major states battled for dominance over the vast Chinese landscape. These states were not united by a central authority, leading to a chaotic period marked by continual warfare. In the midst of this turmoil, one state started to rise above the rest: the Qin. Under the strategic leadership of the Qin rulers, this state began to conquer its neighbors one after another. It was a brutal process, with battles that claimed countless lives, but by 221 BC, the Qin state had achieved the unimaginable, the unification of China, bringing an end to the warring states period. The man responsible for this monumental feat was none other than Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China. Ascending to the throne at a tender age, Qin Shi Huang was a ruler like no other. He was known for his radical reforms aimed at solidifying the unity of the empire. One of Qin Shi Huang's most significant reforms was the standardization of scripts. Before his reign, each state had its own script, causing confusion and misunderstanding. By standardizing the script, Qin Shi Huang fostered better communication across the empire, strengthening its unity. Another profound reform was the standardization of measures. This included everything from weights and measures to the width of cart tracks. Such uniformity enhanced trade and transportation, bolstering the empire's economy. But perhaps Qin Shi Huang's most ambitious project was the construction of the Great Wall. This colossal structure served as a formidable defense against northern invaders, and to this day it stands as a testament to the might of the Qin Dynasty. Qin Shi Huang's reign, albeit short, left an indelible mark on China's history. His radical reforms and monumental projects not only unified China, but also laid the groundwork for the empire's future growth and prosperity. His legacy continues to echo in the annals of Chinese history, shaping the nation's identity in profound ways. How did ancient China reach the pinnacle of its cultural and intellectual development? Let's delve into a period often referred to as the Golden Age of ancient China. Our journey begins with the Han Dynasty, a time of great prosperity and growth. The Han Dynasty, which lasted from 206 BC to 220 AD, is considered a defining era in the annals of Chinese history. Just like the Roman Empire in the West, the Han Dynasty saw a remarkable expansion in territory, population, economy, and culture. One of the most notable achievements of this era was the establishment of the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that connected China with the rest of the ancient world. The Silk Road not only facilitated the exchange of goods like silk, spices, and precious metals, but also ideas, technologies, and religions. It was a conduit for cultural, religious, and scientific exchanges that significantly influenced civilizations on both ends of the route. Innovation was at the heart of the Han Dynasty. Let's consider the invention of paper, for instance. Prior to its development, records were kept on cumbersome bamboo strips or costly silk. The invention of paper revolutionized record-keeping, making it more accessible and widespread. It was a game-changer that played a pivotal role in the dissemination of knowledge. The Golden Age also witnessed the flourishing of arts and sciences. Astronomy, medicine, mathematics, and literature thrived under the patronage of the Han emperors. The period was characterized by significant advancements in these fields that laid the groundwork for future generations. Moreover, the Han Dynasty saw the establishment of a Confucian bureaucracy. This system, based on Confucius's teachings about morality and governance, became the backbone of the Chinese state. It fostered a merit-based society where officials were chosen through examinations, promoting a culture of intellectual pursuit and integrity. The Han Dynasty, often compared to the Roman Empire, marked the height of ancient China's cultural and intellectual achievements. It was a period of great innovation and progress that shaped the course of Chinese history and left a lasting imprint on the world. What factors contributed to the decline of ancient China? The fall of ancient China wasn't an overnight occurrence. It was a gradual and complex process, marked by the decline of the Han Dynasty. The Han Dynasty, an era of prosperity and innovation, crumbled due to a series of internal and external issues. Economic troubles, social unrest, and military weakness were among the primary causes that led to its downfall. The Han Dynasty was with economic problems. The empire's wealth was heavily concentrated in the hands of a few, leading to severe income inequality. High taxes burdened the poor while the rich enjoyed exemptions. These economic disparities led to widespread dissatisfaction and social tension. In addition to economic woes, the Han Dynasty was marred by social problems. The central government's authority diminished and corruption became rampant. The bureaucracy, once a symbol of order and efficiency, was now a hotbed of bribery and nepotism. This led to a loss of faith in the government and widespread public resentment. The military, once the pride of the Han Dynasty, was by internal strife and external threats. Continuous battles drained the empire's resources and morale. Meanwhile, the threat from nomadic tribes at the borders intensified, leading to further instability. The period following the fall of the Han Dynasty was marked by disunity and chaos, known as the period of the Six Dynasties. Power was fragmented, and China was split into several kingdoms. It wasn't until the rise of the Sui dynasty that order was restored, marking the end of ancient China and the beginning of a new era. But it's important to remember that the fall of ancient China was not the end. Despite the decline, the legacy of ancient China lived on, influencing later dynasties and shaping the course of Chinese history. Despite its fall, ancient China's rich history and culture continued to exert a profound influence on the modern world. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative videos on history and culture.